We talk about vocation. There's vocational living. There's something that you're called to do and that you just know in your heart of hearts that this is what I'm supposed to do. I believe that servant leadership, that's my vocation. I'm Charles Hallman. Everyone calls me CJ. Minneapolis native and a person who believes in purposeful living. My job is to oversee the programming and functioning of Hope House, providing direction and vision for the staff, hiring and training. Ultimately, the full idea of how we advocate and provide services at Hope House starts with me. My whole life, I've always believed that I was here to help other people. Growing up in Minnesota with a mother who was a pastor in the African American Episcopal Church and a father who was a sports writer and a basketball coach and a teacher. Needless to say, I think there was a lot of instruction that went along in our household. But I think what was special about growing up that way with my mom is that my mom actually gave me freedom to figure out my relationship with God. It was known that your relationship with Christ is going to be your relationship with Christ. But that was something that is very significant of when I talk about purposeful living is having the opportunity to kind of figure it out for myself. And my faith has kept me anchored in this work in a way that I knew it would, but it becomes more evident every day.
So CJ understands the needs of the house or even the teenagers on a day-to-day basis. And then he and I communicate so that I can mobilize volunteers to meet some of those practical needs that the teenagers have or that the Hope House has.
So Hope House is necessary because on any given night, 5,000 youth are without a safe place to sleep. When a youth is on the street, the percentages of them being exposed to drugs or sexual exploits, they rise. That also drives up the number of teen suicide. So a teen could end up at Hope House through many different ways, but once they are brought into intake, we try to not overwhelm them, but we just try to meet them at the spot where they know, like, you're safe here. And we work in collaboration with a lot of different aspects of this youth's life to try to make sure that they have the things that they need within this immediate time. But we do work to have a transformative experience that they do leave with some significant change and some tools and some things that they can use and fall back on when they get to the next step.
The ministry of presence is real. Entering into their space and into their world and being curious about who they are and how God wired them is what being a chaplain is about.
I think that all our staff at Hope House have a desire to be a change agent. Our job is to advocate and provide them with services, give them hope and a purpose without overstepping.
They provide hope and can see goodness in each teenager who walks through the door, in each experience and conversation they have. The calling to love on teenagers like Jesus did brings them back, even though this is the hardest work they've ever done.
I mean, as a servant leader, you're accepting the fact that it's not going to be easy, that everything's not going to be perfect, but you're going to lead to the best of your ability. In the church, we would say it's walking by faith, right? Not by sight. Well, my faith gives me the opportunity to believe that we plant seeds of hope, although we won't see the end result on their other side of their journey.